Ah, it's number 5!
So 1, which is like a normal military run and gun, kind of like Contra. And then the 2/X was that with some aliens. And 3 was even more aliens and it was bonkers. 4 tried to be 1, but like it's what 1 would have been if an indie studio made it. And 5, I just have to see because I can't really remember.
Press start. It feels quite impossible. So welcome back, folks. Look at these designs.
Hang on.
And does she not look like a dude right there?
Yeah, her chin's a little too masculine. Yeah, Tarma's back as a usable character. I don't know what happened in 4.
He was on a different assignment in that one. Thank you.
It would be nice if they gave little optional blurbs about what's actually like what we're fighting against each time.
Yeah.
Because it's not been Hitler in every game.
No, it's not been Space Hitler. It's not been Future Hitler. Yep. The mic just kind of.
You need to tighten down the one of the bolts on the sides, because otherwise it'll keep doing that.
Well, I think I just kind of hit the thing.
Yeah, but it would be if you tighten it down, it won't do that.
Well, it's probably your fault anyway. Instead of fixing it, I'm just gonna blame you.
Okay, no. I should have stayed up there. Could have thrown a grenade at this guy.
Grenade.
Yeah, grenade.
Whatever he said.
Rocket launcher.
It's like the way.
Wait, did all of them have sliding, or was that introduced in this one?
I guess it was this one. I never even thought to use it.
I did it on accident.
So I don't know if it was this one or one of the previous ones, and we just never did it.
It's possible, but I don't know. I guess I haven't had to shoot down too much. We have sliding, kind of a la Mega Man 3.
Yeah, look at the way he's headbanging. This is a racism. Even though we don't actually know what I'm not going to do any research. Low-adding.
So I learned today that... Okay, so the first one at least requires sliding. I learned today there is a manga that is basically about a superhero rooster that fights, like, very Japanese-style demons, like the really weird ones that are still kind of like humanoid but have, like, horns and get all distorted and veiny. I guess kind of like... Just kind of similar to, like, the demons that work for King Yema and Dragon Ball Z, if you want to get a comparison, but, like, distorted and more evil looking, because those guys they're just doing neutral work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just opened up a page to look at it, and my word, a rooster.
Oh yeah, here's my here.
And then Rooster by Alice in Chains starts playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my. I mean, look at this Metal Slug right here with the balls hanging out there.
Holy crap!
Yeah, this is a Armored Core Metal Slug.
Yeah. So I've been reading
Liar.
2 different manga series, collecting a third. Free Urine. I think I mentioned that last time. I've had a blast reading it. I've got the first 6 volumes so far.
But books are boring.
Well, they're mangas, so.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've had a blast with that. I'm going to try to collect them all. I think there's only 12 or 13 volumes out right now, so collecting them all over the next couple months will not be impossible. And then I'll just get them as they come out. And then I've also been slowly collecting, and this takes longer because they're so expensive, the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal editions, which are just the mangas in hardback, gloss paper, and they put more chapters in each volume, so instead of 26 books, it's only 18.
Ah.
But it takes a while because they are... Oh, come on. Because they're like 20 to 25 bucks a piece, unless you catch them on sale. That's a little expensive for each one, so...
Wow, I got one right there at the last minute. I cut my grass recently. There's a cutscene. The next Smash Bros. Character?
I forgot this one had cutscenes. Was this one actually... I guess it was in arcades.
It was like...
I wonder how many actually came to America, though.
I'm sure they all came to America, they just...
I mean, like, okay, how many as arcade machines as opposed to just Neo Geo machines? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how many actually came to America? Like, how many could I have played while going into a Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Metal Slug, did our Pizza Hut have 1 or X?
Well, yeah, it was a CC's... Well, okay, the Pizza Hut one had...
The Pizza Hut...
I remember the Pizza Hut one having 4.
Okay, because I remember one being in the Pizza Hut in a neighboring city.
Yeah. CC's Pizza had...
I don't remember CC's having Metal Slug.
It had the original one.
When? What, were we, like, in middle school?
Oh, yeah, probably middle school.
Because the one I always remember from there is freaking Revolution X.
Oh, yeah.
One of the dumbest arcade games that I can't help but play ever.
I remember CC's Pizza, like, before Metal Slug, or maybe it was around the same time, it also had Tekken 3 arcade.
Now, I know that the roller rink in this area had Tekken 3.
Tekken 2.
No, it had Tekken 3.
No, I remember Tekken 2.
Well, it has Tekken 3 now, but it's busted.
Well... Okay.
It's busted and I'm sad. Okay, see, now there's future Nazi. She's also a Nazi. And a Star Wars. What is this freaking Soviet-style off-brand friggin' tank?
We make bread.
And by Soviet, I just mean it was an inferior copy.
Oh. Oh.
Dang it. Sometimes I forget that I can't just walk into a tank and start knifing it.
Oh.
Mine.
Shotgun. Mine.
Shotgun.
This is mine.
Ass.
Gex. I've been playing Gex Trilogy recently. And, it's a trilogy of the Gex games.
I like how when you get I think it's Mega Man X? Shotgun Ice. It just...
Shotgun Ice.
Yeah, Shotgun Ice. Oh, that may be X4 then.
Well, that might have been the way you said that. That might have been the PSP remake of X1 or Maverick Hunter.
I can't quite remember. I need to play that Maverick Hunter because it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Shotgun Ice. I'm sure it's easier than the original X. So
Not really. They're both about the same in difficulty. The original X, between X's 1 and 3,
yeah,
1's definitely the easiest.
Well here, of course, if you wanted a real challenge, freaking Vile's gameplay
No, I never did that.
X, it is hard.
Wonder why.
Well, I mean, I think that just made it hard. It's just supposed to be a hard, I was trying to kill that guy in blue.
Looks like Hitler's at it again.
Yeah. That darn Hitler.
And now back to the communists.
Yeah.
Let's see, son, quit Stalin.
Yeah. Or remember,
it's getting weird going back to the left.
Or remember, let's see, what was it? Shoot. Oh yeah, the Weird Al thing, or like, a cut scene from, Let's see. Oh, back with those darn homos or something like that. Like these two gay guys just like chasing each other around with like fly swatters or whatever.
With fly swatters.
Or something like that, or spatulas or something. It was just like, so we're back with those darn homos or something like that.
Music's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I don't know what was up there.
I don't know what happened in the 80s, but the Japanese really caught on to electric guitar and just kind of kept that going. They just know to shred. Shred
of wheat.
I do like to think it was like teaching my daughter how to shred so she can't be impressed by some 4-chord poser. And you see the daughter like shredding on guitar.
Yeah. Hey, kitty. So, in a Gex trilogy, there's this trilogy of Gex games, and what you do is you play.
What the heck? It wouldn't let me get in. Like I literally didn't have an opportunity to. I tried to jump in and it just controlled me. Yeah.
Some of this stuff really does make me
Sylvester.
think of. Some of this stuff really makes me think of like Mega Man X and stuff. You know.
I can see that. Come on, lay down.
Lag.
This one definitely has the most going on out of all the other Metal Slugs.
Yeah.
Other than like maybe the final boss of 2. You
get
the aliens and everybody.
Yeah.
Or was that 6? Which one has the aliens working alongside you?
Oh, that was in
Or was
that was in 6.
Okay. Well, what are you fighting in that one? Because there's a reason they started helping you, but I forgot who it was. Because I think you were helping the aliens and Hitler.
It was
Was it worse aliens?
Yeah, it's the aliens that I used to say looked like Shadow the Hedgehog aliens because they had the same colors and stuff.
Okay, that's right. It was enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I mean, it's not really true. You just have common goals.
I don't want to hear your lectures.
Hey, kitty. Alright, now we're suddenly here.
Yeah, I love, like, we don't need any coherence in this. It's just crap's happening. Right now we're fighting against
Craptacular. Oh yeah, these guys now.
We're fighting against Space Hitler, or Future Hitler and his ilk.
I was wondering, like, you notice that, like, he wasn't really in 4, was he? Like, there was, like, a robot version of him.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was in 1 and 2. He was in 2, wasn't he?
Yeah, and 3.
I forgot he was in 3. Oh, that's right, because he was, like, the aliens had captured him.
Yeah.
I think he tried to work with aliens in 2, and in 3 they betrayed him.
Yeah.
In 4, they were just absent. He kind of was.
Well, if you want to get technical, and he's in 6, because 6 it takes place between 3 and 4. Well, that's the only one I can think of that's actually like a prequel type of thing that has a mainline name, or I guess is a mainline title.
I would love to see one of these Metal Slug machines show up at our local game tavern.
Yeah, that'd be great. Balls out, Metal Slug. So what was I gonna say? What was I gonna gay? Yeah, I know.
It was cute. Waka, as I was laying there reading the book next to him, he kind of looks at me and just gives me a little meow.
I got me some gas.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Gex Trilogy is pretty fun. I mean, it's relatively the same game, just little improvements here and there, and also some little graphical issues here and there. But
clean up, rewind, quick save.
Yes. And it's a great way to see him too. And it was certainly tail time, also, I gotta say. If we ever play Gex on here, we may be playing the trilogy version.
I think you get no grenades and just throw. I don't know if I wanted to, Kex. It's still too clunky control-wise. It's better control-wise with the new trilogy, but like... Is there a name for the trilogy, or is it just the Gex trilogy?
It's just Gex trilogy.
Oh man, I was hoping to be like, you know...
Tail Time Edition or something?
No, just like, you know, we had the Crash Insane trilogy and the Spyro Reignited trilogy. We need something with Tail Time and trilogy.
Yeah.
Tailogy or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dual machine guns. Oh, okay. It just took care of itself for us.
Yeah, why not?
It saw my 2 machine guns and just said nope. So I guess these are the new POWs.
Yeah. Oh, I got an invitation to Smash.
That's my letter to Hogwarts, because I'm a millennial.
What are you, Blabs?
Blabs. Again, I still love how genuine Blabs' laugh is.
Yeah. No. Bless you.
Get back here, boy. I remember this building. I think there's a jetpack level soon, right?
It's scratchy. No.
I seem to recall that there's a
maybe, I can't remember.
Jetpack level here soon.
Sometimes whenever I play these games straight through, they kind of blend together a little bit. Sometimes, like I can recognize some things as being part of a certain game.
There's something, I seem to recall one of the games before 6 having an interesting vibe in one of the levels that I just got to see if it's this one or not.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I wasn't recording. I'm joking. No. But yeah, okay, if you don't play it, I'll play Gex Trilogy sometime. We'll play it on. We'll play it on here. Gotta say, even though even though the controls are basically in the same places and everything, it's a little bit bizarre to be playing the Gex games on Xbox because
playing on PS5 feels right at home.
Well, yeah, playing on PS5 feels right at home because they're the PlayStation versions, but it probably still feel at least a little more bizarre. It'll probably still feel a little bizarre playing it on Switch, but
Master Roshi.
Yeah. It may be a little bizarre playing on the Switch, but with the exception of the first game, the other two were on the N64. But yeah, Gex, unless you count his cameo in Mad Dash, or as a playable character in Mad Dash Racing, he's never rocket launcher. He's never been he's never been on Xbox before. Because the game, the series basically was canceled, after the third game.
Dang it.
I'm trying to imagine, what it would have been like to have a PS2, because there was a planned PS2 fourth Gex game. And I imagine it would have been, had very upbeat music and...
Unfortunately, I expect it would have went about as well as that first Spyro game on the PS2, the really empty one.
Well, I don't know about that. It really depends because some things didn't do too bad. Like the Twisted Metal games, it was.
Now, Twisted Metal improved. Twisted Metal Black is probably still the most popular one.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the after Black. That's where a lot of the future projects were took inspiration from.
Well, it did really well. The cutscenes and like little stories for each character was definitely smart.
Yeah. But
Heck yeah.
Duck. Yeah. Jellyfishing, 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 fishing, jellyfishing.
We don't need jellyfish. You catch them. You let them go.
Let's see. You don't eat them. You let them go. But anyway,
little critter.
yeah. But anyway, like, yeah. So I imagine they probably would have. It probably would have been one of those things where it was
Holy
like
balls.
Yeah, it was probably would have been a holy balls, but it probably would have been one of those like it probably would have come out like X4 probably would have come out on like PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, or maybe had like a temporary PS2 version or temporarily only on PS2 and then eventually GameCube and Xbox, because some games did that. And then Xbox users would have been like, WTF is a gecko.
WTF, why is a Geico Gecko in my game?
Yeah.
that should have been a skin in the in the Telltime trilogy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what should have been Telltime trilogy, to be the TTT.
Yeah. Gex TTT.
Yeah.
Or working like TVs in some way. The TV trilogy. I don't know. Well,
I feel like the TV edition would have been one, which they should have done because it would have been great for them to have had a Gex TV tray.
Yeah. It's tail time, he shouts on.
Even though it probably wouldn't work well, if they really, really wanted to be cool about it.
What?
A Gex Universal remote that looks like the remote from the game.
Oh yeah. In my tail time edition, I'm getting a small pin of the remote. Thank you. Here's some dead fish. Laser gun. I can
Rocket launcher.
So one thing I can remember, because playing in this level kind of brings me back to the, to remembering this, is whenever I had the PSP version of this game, like,
did that.
and I would start it back up, and it would and like it would take a second if I started trying to start playing it, it would be like, and then it was like slow. I guess for the UMD to slowly start, getting going. But then, because I remember in particular doing that opening of this level, and it had to load some.
What the heck? How did we end up here?
Don't worry about it. Now that you say that, I'm very much going to worry about it.
I am terrified.
Ah! 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 I'm a little surprised there hasn't been some sort of like short-lived anime of this.
There may be one in Japan only.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't think I've read anything. I wouldn't be surprised if there were any like some kind of manga series of it, but like,
I'd be down for that.
But like, I don't know. It feels like there should be some sort of anime of this.
Right.
Just don't let Netflix do it, because they're gonna ruin it. I've been watching Lazarus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It came out as of this recording. It came out 2 or 3 months ago, I think.
What is it?
It's called Lazarus.
Is it an anime?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's made by the same guy who made Cowboy Bebop.
Interesting.
So it definitely has that kind of 90s look to it. I mean, obviously they got modern technology and everything. It takes place in future. I should say it takes place in the future is what I mean. I was about to say modern day. I was like, no, it just has...
It doesn't take place in a school, does it?
No.
Okay, good.
It has to do with, like... There's this drug called, like, Hopna. And, I think that's how you pronounce it. And, everyone would take it. It was basically almost like a cure for, like, everything. but it also turned out to have like the creator of it came out and said, actually, you know, like 3 years after people taking it, he's like, actually, it's gonna start killing people. There's this there's some different people trying to find the creator, and one of the main ones that the show focuses on is a group of people in the group or the organization, whatever they call it, Lazarus, or the project or something like that. In any case, their team is like the Lazarus team, or something like that. And the main character is supposed to be this guy named Axel, but they don't really focus on him as much as like other shows might focus on a main character.
Yeah.
They kind of focus on the whole team, which I do kind of like that. The whole team gets a time to shine in each episode, but like Axel is I was for some reason trying to like look at your guy and control it. Cool. But anyway, yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Axel, it's funny because like Axel is supposed to be like 23, but he definitely looks like he should be like at least in his late 20s. And I think they kind of made a joke about that in one episode, the beginning of one episode. How like some of the characters definitely look older than they actually are. And like the Doug, the black guy character, was like he's definitely the straightforward character. But like it was just funny because like it's whenever the shoot. I keep forgetting their names, all the names, but like I remember like Axel and Doug, and I'm trying to remember the other ones' names. I've been watching the show for a little bit now, and I haven't paid attention to all the names. But anyway, the older lady chick girl, ma'am, she was they didn't say how old she was, but she was clearly like one of the oldest of the team. And she's like, apparently Doug was like the same age as Axel, 23, but she said, I thought you were like 40 or something. And like a few times he's like, 40? Like even when everyone's like gone at one point, he's like, 40? At least there's one character he's 16, and I can believe he's 16. Like, you can believe he's a teenager, so... the way he looks.
You need to watch Freer on Netflix.
Well, okay. Well, I
really...
don't, but I don't have Netflix.
I thought you did.
No.
Then how have you been watching that show?
Oh, Lazarus?
Yeah.
That's on Adult Swim. And maybe also on HBO Max? I can't remember.
I got cable services.
Yeah. Yeah, cable isn't totally gone because streaming hasn't been doing as well as like. I mean, it's been doing well, but also hasn't been doing as well. Hasn't been good enough to be a total replacement for cable yet. Although I don't really use it too much these days, cable, but like
Kill the cultists. Kill the cultists.
Cultists.
Cult.
Captive personality.
Oh, so I had to go up before I go left.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the ones that like don't disappear into blood or disappear like that right away. Those are the ones that are still alive.
They're
the reason they have green? Yeah,
because they're aliens.
Aliens.
The Council of Aliens.
Yeah. So, some stuff I didn't realize about Rugrats. I didn't, and this is for the audience, I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I never realized that Chucky's mom wasn't retconned until, to be like, instead of being just an unseen character a lot of the times, I didn't realize that, like, they didn't retcon her from, they didn't make her from being just an off-screen character to just actually she died shortly after Chucky was born, until like sometime in season 2 when they acknowledged like when Lipschitz comes over. When Dr. Lipschitz comes over, they're saying it's a mommy. Maybe he's gonna be your new mommy or something like that. Tommy said to Chucky. So that kind of acknowledged it, but also it wasn't until the Santa Experience episode in season 2 when Charlotte first appears. I never paid attention to that. I didn't realize she didn't appear officially until that episode. Now, whether or not they originally intended her to originally come in that episode, I don't know. But Angelica's mom. Elephants. Elephant, the elephant, look you know.
Nick, neck, paddywhack, get the dog a bone.
Yeah. This one, we find like a dragon, don't we?
Lord, I don't remember.
I think it was like some kind of dragon or something. Or demon or something like that.
Dragon, it definitely is Mega Man 2.
Yeah, look at that. Or like a giant gargoyle or something. A skull.
Oh, I forgot about this guy.
Yeah. Like freaking... It was already going off.
It's a little weird because it's always been aliens and humans.
Yeah,
so like to have this is a little bit.
It's like science fiction. Now we're just in straight up like magic and stuff.
Yeah, we're just more in straight up fantasy land at this point.
Fantasy, yeah. He's got a scythe. Oh gosh, yeah.
Frick.
Oh. You watch some of this stuff and you're just like, how exactly are you supposed to like not die from that?
Oh, there's ways. I see ways. I don't see them in time.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna find some experts who are like able to like play it without maybe like one life or something, and able to get through it with like pretty good ease. See, whenever I see that, it starts making me think of Frogger, Frogger's Adventures 2. When you're fighting like the squirrel that's dressed up like a Grim Reaper.
Oh, that's just that's Ryuk from Death Note. Ryuk?
Oh yeah.
Not.
Oh, we're kissing.
Still, my absolute favorite part.
That was it.
Of SpongeBob Death Note was when SpongeBob's looking at the Flying Dutchman. He goes, Ryuk.
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 No. Mission all over. Well, if you wanted to give Lazarus a try, the first episode is free on YouTube on the and IMDDD again because I'm not trying to hit it on purpose.
King DDD.
Oh yeah, we're just kind of bored looking.
But we didn't get a helicopter pickup or anything. Budget's been slashed.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say in terms of the mainline games that hee haw. This is the latest in the story. No, 7. That's right. 7 is the latest in the story. In terms of this collection, this is the latest in the story. All right, you gotta undo it. Undo. Yeah. Work RAM. You gotta work in that RAM, you know. That one was alright.
Jaya Gadan Sayak. What the heck?
Jaya Toad.
Yuka.
We go in. See, if I ever make something, I want to call it something Q. Like, you know, how some of these will have, like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, they'll have Z or R or S or, you know, L. I want to have something Q. Tiyamada. All SNK Playmore staff and all Metal Slug staff. Presented by Sync Playmore. What if you play less? That's going against the code. Yeah. Let's see here, and oh, I did better than you. All right, folks. Well, that was Metal Slug 5. Join us next time as hold on, as we play the final game in the collection, Metal Slug 6, with the Imperial Walkers, not in this galaxy. I mean, but until then, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And what's what Andrew has to say?
Did it.